like some people, sir. Even at a wedding.
You there?
I'd like to learn something new.
Well, you know how things work around here. All right. But don't forget, this will take some time. For a few groschen, I'll teach you whatever you want.
Nice one.
Well, well. Look who's here. Good to see you, Henry. This is Vitek.
Wait. Henry? Well, I know you. You saved my pa's hide from wolves.
That's right. Your pa's a real piece of work, I'll tell you that.
So we've got a hero in our midst.
A hero? Well, don't take it the wrong way. It's nice that you helped him. But he'd have been fine if he hadn't gotten drunk. And I'm afraid he's not going to fare much better today. Have you seen him?
Not yet.
If you want to talk to him, you'd better hurry up. Knowing him, he'll be sloshed in no time.
Quiet, you two. Sakura. Now I don't know what he said to her. Christ. Look at her face.
Whose?
Look over there. That pretty girl in the sad sack trying to impress her.
That's our friend, Wojtek.
Do you know who she is?
Mishka. Her ma is old Samin's cook. That asshole Wojtek thinks he's going to win her over with some idiotic verse.
Well, actually, girls like poems. Well, unless you gabble like a barnyard gander while reciting them.
Gander, huh? Good one. Why don't you show Wojtek how it's done?
Well, I suppose I...
Jesus Christ! There's an idea! Let's bet on who has a better chance with Mishka. Vulgar Wojtek or handsome Henry.
I'd like to see that. You're on.
My money's on Henry. 10 groschen. So off you go, dust off your hose, tuck in your shirt, and go and win her heart.
I'll wager 10 groschen he fails.
I'm in.
Whoa! I didn't expect you to agree right away. You're an animal. You and I will get along just fine.
Well, you get along with everybody. Well, that is, if you don't punch them in the mouth at first sight. What's Wojtek even saying to her?
And he was telling her something about butter.
Thanks, but it's not that bad.
So we can dance then.
Oh, you just never give up, do you?
Mishka, shall we have a dance?
My feet are sore.
Show me here. I'll massage them for you and you'll be as spry as a deer.
Thanks, but it's not that bad.
So we can dance then.
Oh, you just never give up, do you?
Mishka? Oh, Mishka, dearest. You give me no rest.
Really? Isn't it the other way around?
You keep me awake at night.
You poor thing. Try a decoction of Melissa and Valerian.
How I long to hold you tight.
I can hardly breathe as it is.
Greetings.
How I long to kiss your lips. And, put my hands on your hips.
Enough. I can't listen to another word.
That makes two of us.
And you are who?
I'm Henry.
What do you want here?
To rescue a damsel?
There's no damsel here that needs rescuing.
The damsel has a voice and a name.
And may I know it? Or is that impertinent?
Mishka.
Now look here.
Anything wrong?
I spoke to her first.
Are we on the marketplace here?
You think you can amuse Mishka more? That's a joke.
Look, Wojtek, why don't we just leave Mishka alone, eh? She's not interested in our buffoonery anyway.
What buffoonery? It was you who interrupted us.
He interrupted you. More like he rescued me.
But I thought you liked it.
Well, do you know what it means to think?
I don't understand this at all. But girls like poems. All of them. Ma said so.
Recite to your ma, then. And give her my greetings.
But
Sorry I didn't realise right away.
Better late than never. Wojtek still hasn't figured it out, though.
But
Hey, come along with me, Henry.
fucking hell. See what you did? Mishka would be mine if it wasn't for your meddling.
Isn't it better here?
It's a nice place. Thanks for showing it to me. It's definitely quieter here.
I come here when I want to be alone. Or when I'm washing laundry.
You want to be alone? At a wedding?
It's not that. I like weddings. Only fellas like Wojtek spoil the fun for me a bit. Every time. Some fella comes sniffing around me, telling me how pretty I am, how clever, how well I dance. Or about how he's so rich, smart, and God knows what else.
Those are the worst.
Thanks for getting rid of Wojtek for me. I hope you won't live to regret it.
Don't you worry about me.
Enough of that. I'd rather hear about you. Like, where you're from, what you're doing here. You're not a local. I'd know you if you were.
Where am I from?
Unless it's a secret, of course.
I'm from Skalitz.
And what's this Skalitz of yours like?
Burned down.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I didn't want to bring up sad memories. Wouldn't you like to dance? It'll take your mind off things.
Gladly. May I have the honour?
And do you know how? Or will you stamp on my slippers?
Oh, I reckon I can manage a few steps. I haven't tried it for a while.
Don't worry. It'll all come back to you.
Care to dance?
Twit. So, and 1, 2, 3, and off we go. See? You're doing pretty good.
I'm a natural.
Don't get so cocky. But you haven't stepped on my feet so far, which I can't say for many.
And if Henry doesn't fuck up completely, today will be no different. Don't feel a little sorry for him, though. I do. But we can't help it. Unless you know a girl who's desperate enough to get off with him.
Thanks, Henry. I enjoyed the dance.
The other day, I caught him in the church staring at a statue of the Virgin Mary. I wonder how Henry will fare.
I hope he's got something.
Would you look at that? The return of the prodigal son.
How did it go?
Mishka's a nice girl. I'm glad I got to know her.
I don't doubt it. Where did you two go? Took you a while?
No, we were just talking, really.
Talking. Is that all?
That's all.
Give him a break. Not everyone's a blabbermouth like you.
Either way, It looks like I won the bet, Svatya.
That's true. Oh well, we have to drink. To the newlyweds' health.
That's what everybody here drinks to. Let's drink to us, fellas.
I should go and see Lord Semi. He looked worried, and I promised I'd help him. He'll introduce me to Lord von Burghoff in return.
That works if you've got a similar figure.
What a view!
Hey, young man! Young man, would you dance with my daughter? No one has asked her for a dance yet, and Dubravka is sad about it, even though she's such a pretty girl.
Why isn't anyone dancing with her?
She's so shy. She always sits at the back waiting to be asked for a dance. The cheekier girls always steal all the boys, so the poor thing is left alone.
Indeed. Why wouldn't I dance with her? Well, we can't let her sit in a corner till the end.
She'll be so happy. She's sitting there by the fire, the girl in the purple dress. But be gentle with her, though. She's a sensitive girl.
That's a good one. How are you? I'm Henry.
I'm Dubravka.
Would you like to dance with me?
Dance? With you? I don't know. There's so many people.
Don't worry about the people. You won't notice them once we start dancing. You'll see.
Well, all right.
Henry's a good drunk, eh?
He truly is. I think Wojtek in particular won't forget him too soon.
You know where he's from?
Actually, I don't.
Not that it matters. But I wouldn't have thought he'd go for it.
What choice did he have?
You could have told me to go to hell.
You. You're as stubborn as a mule.
About what happened at the big wheel. Yes.
Oh, this is punishment.
Has the water sprite been up to his mischief again?
Dead body stuck in the wheel.
Oh, that was beautiful. I haven't danced like this in a long time. How did you enjoy it?
You dance like a fairy, Dubravka.
Truly? No one's ever told me that.
I find that hard to believe.
I'm serious. You're the first. Thank you. Well, I think I'll be going now. But maybe we'll meet again.
Just afraid he'll start a fight.
With whom?
How do you like the food so far? I haven't had such a nice.
Wish I could be that calm.
Money, friend.
Aye, true enough.
Interesting.
Pay the tithe and give something to the church.
Interesting.
Isn't it a bit early for that?
you, lad. I haven't seen Dubravka this happy in a long time.
You're welcome.
Your mother bawled her eyes out.
But it brought you happiness, at least.
You could have told me to go to hell.
It's very hard in here.
I'm here to help you, sir.
I said you didn't have to.
Oh, I made a promise. Is this about the beggars by the gate?
That too, but I'm more worried about my wayward relatives. Their insatiable thirst.
You mean Yurko and the Moravians?
Oh, what did I do to deserve a nephew like him?
I'll try to keep an eye on them. Maybe I'll be able to keep them in check.
You'd be pulling a thorn from my side. But don't get your hopes up. Getting between them and booze is asking for trouble.
About the beggars, sir.
Try asking Tuma, the guard on the gate. Maybe he's figured something out already.
Wouldn't it be enough to give them a bit of food and encourage them to move on?
You think I didn't think of that? Or that I'm a pinch purse?
I certainly didn't mean that, sir.
If it was up to me, they'd all eat their fill. But my cook won't allow it. She cooks well, but she's shamefully stingy.
I'll talk to Tuma and we'll work something out.
Well, try to be done with it before Lord von Berghoff arrives.
Of course.
Thanks, Henry. I appreciate it.
I'd like to feel it too.
He likes his cold myself.
Clearly, Talik's not the
I can't do that. That's very the noble side.
You're Henry, right? The one who came with the blacksmith.
The one and only.
You came to help me with them beggars?
Lord Semine would be glad if we got rid of them. I was told you'd know how.
It doesn't take a scholar to figure out. They came for alms, that's all. If they get some food, they'll be on their way.
Oh, there's plenty of food here. So what's the problem?
There's plenty of food on the tables, that's true. But that's for the guests. I can't go round taking food off the tables. How would that look?
Then I'll do it.
Well, I suppose you could. But you'll need a pile of food. Folk will take you for a glutton. Besides, you'll spoil them with such fine fare. I reckon some kitchen scraps should do.
How about giving them a few groschen? Wouldn't that do it?
Christ, don't even think about it. If word gets out among the beggars that we're handing out coin, there'll be twice as many of them tomorrow. Never, ever give them groschen. Better let them starve than that.
So what kind of food do you think we should give them?
If it was up to me, I'd give them scraps from the kitchen. But the cook keeps saying there's no scraps. Says she uses it all for soup and gruel. She put the scraps away in the pantry and won't let anyone in there.
Isn't there any way I could reason with her?
That's not going to be easy. She's got one hell of a mouth. I think even old Semine's afraid of her. He put her in charge of the feast. And now they're fighting over every single groschen. The wedding already cost him a fortune. If he starts giving to the poor as well, there'll be hell to pay.
Where can I find the cook?
In the kitchen. Where else? But you can't reason with her. She's a tight-fisted old hag.
Where's the pantry?
Right behind the kitchen. But like I said, the cook won't let anyone in.
Have you tried just asking her?
Why would I do that? I'm telling you, it's no use.
How can you be so sure? Maybe she'll be reasonable in the end. She was with her daughter.
Try it then.
I'll try talking to her.
Are you drunk?
Not drunk enough for a wedding feast.
God, this will be a fuck-up.
Now, if I can't reason with the cook, I can always try sneaking into the pantry.
Well, if you do, just make sure she doesn't catch you.
Did you notice if she ever leaves the kitchen?
I've seen her go and gather herbs, or put more food on the tables from time to time. But someone would have to eat it all first.
Good to hear. I'm starving.
Then I wish you a hearty appetite.
All right. All right. I'll see what I can do.
Good luck, Henry.
Just a few crumbs of bread. Help us, please. A few scraps of food. Show some Christian kindness. I'm so hungry. My arse is dry. Please, give us something to eat. Help the hungry. Just a few crumbs of bread.
Have mercy, noble folk. Give us poor beggars a bite to eat.
Show some Christian kindness. Don't be greedy. Give us alms.
Have you killed anyone with that sword yet?
Not yet. Right from my kitchen. Did they steal anyway?
Oh, leather.
Your man has racked up quite a debt.
I'll tear him to pieces. How much does he owe you?
What are you after? There's food and drink in the courtyard. What are you doing here? Kate, what would you like, young man? Did the food run out? If it did, just say so. Otherwise, stay out of my kitchen if you wouldn't mind.
Your Lord Semine tells me you don't want to give anything to the beggars by the gate.
Well, I don't. What do you care?
Don't you feel sorry for them?
Don't try that on me. I can't share what I don't have.
Is there really nothing left?
If I give them what's left, I won't have anything to cook with tomorrow. And then what? Tumas should have just driven them away. Why even bother with them? This is my kitchen. Stay out of my way, please. What are you looking for? There's plenty to eat outside. What are you doing here? Can't you see I'm busy? Get out of my way. You'll find food outside. What are you after? There's food and drink in the courtyard. Hey, leave my pantry alone. What are you doing here? There's plenty of food outside.
I'll tear him to pieces. How much does he owe you?
You'd rather get a kiss fade than fade.
Well, well. Look what the cat dragged in.
Easy, Jace. Come in peace.
You gave me a hammer in last time. Well, you'll never be so lucky this time, fella.
You want to fight? Here.
What's the matter? Are you shitting it? The laddie looks like he's gonna start agreeing.
What?
We're only having you on, pal. It's all water under the bridge. I'm Yurko from Moravia, and these fine lads hail from there too.
I'm Henry, from Scallis.
Well, Henry, come and have a wee drink with us to settle our differences.
Why not? I'd love to have a drink with you.
Of course you would. Fuck. That pish of yours makes me heave. It's near fit to drink. We have to find something better.
know why Lord Semin won't give you anything better? Because he's afraid you'll get drunk and start a brawl.
Now look here, you bampot. I'll tell you an age-old piece of wisdom. A dry Moravian is 100 times more edge than a drunk one. So, if you didn't want this place smashed to pieces, bring us some decent liquor.
I see. This is getting serious. And where would I find something?
Something, my ass. We want the good swally we brought from Moravia. Seeing as we kept there being up pishy. But old Samin took it from us and hid it in the fortress dunnies.
Dunnies?
The cellars. That old Bodak even put them under guard with our liquor inside.
And who's guarding the cellar?
A guard, of course. He's holed up in there like a badger, gawking at the door and not moving an inch.
I don't think there's much I can do about the guard. Do you have any ideas?
I didn't care. Just get rid of him. Make up some geech so he fucks off. I'll let you in there. I'm sure you'll figure it out.
All right. But how will I recognize this stuff I'm looking for?
I'm sure you'll be able to tell. It's a wee jug. Well, maybe not all that wee.
I reckon I don't have much choice, do I?
I can't get crap or cocky. Oh, we're back with the elbow. I've got it. Well, find peace one day.
And burst into flames.
Latushka, your man has racked up quite a debt at the alehouse. Well. How did you get in here?
Greetings, innkeeper. I came with Radovan. We forged a sword together for Lord Semin.
So you can do something besides brawling? Don't worry. I'm just teasing you. I admire you for sticking with a man like that.
What do you mean? All blokes get a little tipsy now and then after all.
With that man of yours, I mean, what they say about him is true. Stop dilly-dallying.
You know where he's from? Actually,
I don't even know. To the woods and scare off those
Well. Who do we have here?
What are you doing here?
I'm working at our task. What else?
But how did you get in?
What's it to you? Mind your own business.
Hey, Henry! How are you, pal?
I see you didn't waste any time, gamekeeper.
I know! For Christ's sake! What have I done? What's my wife gonna say? I really want to stay away from the booze, but I can't do it alone. I know! Supposing you keep an eye on me, Henry.
What? Mind you?
It's easy. Just don't let me drink.
I'd say it's a little late for that, isn't it?
All right. So just don't let me end up under the table. If you see me with a drink in my hand, stop me from drinking it, Henry. Do you understand?
All right then. There's nothing else for it. I'll see what I can do.
You're made of gold. I'll never forget this.
Sure. Hand me what you're drinking right now, then.
I'm starting to regret this.
Nah, wasn't too hard, was it?
I heard you're in need of money.
Aye.
is solidly built. So that dress could fit 2.5.
Beautiful.
Ma took it in where she could. But I was still tripping on it all over the damn place. But it brought you happiness at least. You got a healthy heart.
I'd be in trouble.
It's very hot in here.
You can't wait to
Right from Ma's kitchen.
It is for roasting.
Right, can I get you a piece of shoulder and crispy, well fed, here on the table. It will settle your stomach. Well, hungry already? Piglet, want some? Piglet, want some? Piglet, want some?
How did you quarrel with the tavern? What did they steal anyway? Can't wait to show off your work.
It smells so good.
Everybody's drinking and having a good time, and you're stuck sitting here in the cellar. Aren't you bored?
Don't even get me started. Finally, a proper wedding after all these years, and I'm sent to guard the cellar. So them Moravian drunkards don't drink it dry? And I'm so thirsty, I could suck the damp out of these walls.
I really don't envy you.
Thank you. I feel so much better.
I'd be happy to get you a drink. What would you like?
I'd like a beer. Nice and cool, frothy. God! Makes me thirsty just talking about it. You know what? Bring me a couple of jugs while you're at it. If I'm stuck here, the least I can do is taste every kind of beer they have there.
I'll have one for you.
You don't say. You're a godsend, friend.
What do you think of this? From Alyest.
Let's have it.
What's it like?
Well, I don't know. A bit tasteless. It's more like pond water than beer. Don't you have anything better for me?
Wouldn't you rather have something a bit stronger?
What would you have in mind?
Maybe some delicacy from the cellar?
Are you mad? Why do you think I'm guarding here? Old Semin would have my arse caned for that.
Do you think he'll even notice if a bottle or two goes missing during the wedding?
Well, You might be right, but still.
They'll all drink themselves into a stupor today and won't remember a thing tomorrow. So what are you afraid of?
Well, all right. I don't want to miss all the fun.
My words exactly.
Listen, I'll let you in, so you can grab something quick. But leave the Moravian booze alone. That would really get me in trouble.
Sure. Not to worry.
I'm so fucking sick of this.
Latushka, your man
Settle down, fellas. Who had a wedding here?
Smells so good.
I picked some food off the tables.
Let me see. Maybe that'll be enough for them.
I'll look for something else.
Forget it. Try the pantry instead. Take care and good night.
I picked some food off the tables.
Let me see. Maybe that'll be enough for them.
Wait.
Forget it. Farewell.
Hungry already? Hungry already? It is roasting. Right from Mars Kitchen. Can I get you a piece of piglet? Golden and crispy, well fed. Here on the table.
Everyone say?
Why do you ask?
Well, let's say I passed out from the heat. It would be your duty to escort me somewhere cool and shady. Preferably somewhere quiet.
Well, yes. But just for a moment, you understand?
I picked some food off the tables.
Let me see. Maybe that'll be enough for them. That'll have to do. It won't last them long, but they can be glad to get anything at all. That's that then. Thanks for the help. And you know what? Wait for me here. I'll throw it to them, and then we'll drink to our success. And no excuses.
Look what I found for you.
Well, hooray! Bring it on! Ah. Well, that's something else. Hail Henry. Come and sit with us and have a swig.
Well, I can't say no to that, since I brought it to you.
I knew you know Egypt. To health, God, and Henry.
And to the newlyweds.
To them too. Bottoms up.
God's nails, Henry. We're in trouble. You've got to help me.
What's happened?
The sword's gone. Someone must have taken it.
The wedding present for the young lord?
Not so loud, for God's sake. If I don't get it back, the old man will wipe the floor with me. You'll see. He'll make sure I never forge another nail in this county.
Couldn't you have left it somewhere?
Leave behind something so precious? Never. Someone stole it.
Can you remember the last time you saw it?
I don't know. Maybe when we came, I showed it to old Semine. He told me what a masterpiece it was.
I was there. What did you do then?
Then I ate a little something, drank, and went to take a piss.
And you had the sword on you the whole time?
Why would I go to piss with it? I put it down in the grass by the wall.
Aha. Let me guess. You haven't seen it since then?
I've been looking for it ever since.
Did you show the sword to anyone else?
Well... You know, I had to show off a bit. Such a lovely piece of work for Lord Semine himself.
Who were you showing off that sword to?
A few people came to me to see it. A couple of girls. Young lads, too.
Young lads?
Aye, it's true. And one of them was a bit cocky.
What did the lad look like?
I don't know exactly. All the commotion around here. He was kind of young, you know, a fob. Like a lot of fellas around here.
Well, that could be any one of a dozen.
If I knew exactly which one it was, I'd go and see him myself.
And what was he wearing? Try to remember.
I know that. He was in yellow. He was well dressed, all right.
Don't you at least remember how he acted? Something that sticks in your mind?
Well, as I say, he was just cheeky-like. And he had these strange manners. Like one of the nobles. He's been strutting around to impress some wench. The one that lewd Chamberlain brought here, I think.
Ah, I see. I know exactly who we're looking for.
You do?
No, actually. I have absolutely no idea who you're talking about. I'll try to find the lad. Maybe he'll know more.
If you find my sword on him, hang him by the balls right away. How's life treating you, old Graham?
Eating the old man now. He said someone.
Hey! Dressed in yellow. You might be the fella I'm looking for.
Hey! What are you doing here?
Sorry, do I know you?
Of course! You're Bouchek, right? Only a week ago we were brawling over that girl in Jelly-Off.
Oh? And who won?
Well, me, of course. But it wasn't worth it. The girl was pretty, but as daft as a bag of rocks.
Ah, that's tough.
But now we've met again, we should have a toast. To water under the bridge, eh?
Why not? I'd love one.
To your health, Bouchek.
I'm not Bouchek, but still. Cheers. Ugh, it's really sour. What the hell is this?
Wine, of course. All the way from Burgundy, they say.
Ugh, tastes awful.
Just drink, Bushek.
I don't really... Oh, never mind. By the way, have you seen the blacksmith's sword? I'm sure he showed it to you.
Of course I have. Plenty.
Plenty?
Every god has one, right?
Never mind. You're so drunk you'd only hurt yourself with it anyway.
Me? Drunk? Nonsense.
You'd have to hear it. He doesn't miss a chance to have a go at anyone, if I'm not wrong.
Henry, dearest. I want to tell you something, although you probably already know what.
Tell me what's on your mind.
Well, I like you so much. I said it. I'm sorry.
I like you too.
Really? And Henry, dear, would you like to come with me now? I want to show you something.
I see, you naughty girl. Where?
I'll show you. Follow me. Oh!
Well,
Good.
that was something.
Nice one.
Oh, Henry, what is it?
It's just... I liked it very much.
Yes, it was nice.
You don't sound very convincing.
Well, to tell you the truth, it wasn't that great.
Really? I see.
nice.
Good thing you're here, Henry. I've got something for you.
From Semi?
Not this time. It's from the charcoal burners. They said you spared them, and they wanted to pay you back. It's not much, but it's all they could scrounge up.
I didn't expect that at all. I thought I'd never see them again.
See? Folk can surprise you. Hey, Henry! It's so good to see you here.
Because you don't know anybody else here.
Exactly! And that means you're the only one who'll drink with me. What do you say?
Of course. Good health.
To Lord Samin! Thanks to him, my head is still attached to my neck.
What do you think?
About the wedding? Fine. Plenty of wine and women.
But
I'm not used to such a... bit too quiet for me.
quiet. Here. I don't know what kind of weddings you're used to. I wouldn't call this quiet.
Aye, sure. But I'm talking about something else. And everybody's happy and friendly here. And I can't get used to not watching my back all the time, you know?
So, do we follow the plan? I'm sure someone was suspicious. You think someone betrayed us? Calm down. We'll wait and see. Greetings. What do you want?
Should we have a toast? To you and your betrothed?
I shouldn't. The ceremony is still to come. Soon, I hope.
You looking forward to being married?
Yes. Yes, I'm very fond of Agnes. As a wise man once said, 2 things are needed for a perfect marriage. The husband must be deaf, and the wife blind. Yes, we'll see.
Where's your bride?
She hasn't arrived yet. She'd be here already if Sir Otto didn't keep us waiting. If it were up to me, I'd start without him. But Father won't hear of it.
And where's Lord von Burghoff?
How should I know? But I doubt he'll come anyway.
Oh? Why's that?
Because he couldn't care less about us. Father is really naive to think he does. Till we meet again.
How about a pie with poppy or cream cheese? So, what shall I have?
A blessed evening to you.
Bailiff Thrush said you were robbed.
About time he remembered me.
But the bailiff didn't send me.
I see. So, what do you want from me?
What did he take from you?
Cabbage.
Just cabbage?
Aye. But nearly half of the patch.
And where did it happen?
On the patch behind my farmhouse. It's the first one you see when you come to us from Trushkovitz. You'll spot it easily. Cabbage grows there, and half of it's been harvested already.
That's all I need.
I hope they catch him soon. It might not seem that way. But half the cabbage patch? That's good money.
You might be who I'm looking for.
Me? How's that?
Because you're dressed very nicely in yellow.
Envious, eh? My wife made these clothes for me, but they're not for sale. But she can make you some too, if you pay her well.
It's not your clothes I'm interested in.
Oh? Then what?
Blacksmith Radovan from Takov lost his sword. Do you know anything about it?
I saw the sword. The blacksmith himself showed it to me. Boasted that it was the finest in the whole county. Beautiful work, I must admit.
And was there anyone suspicious hanging around?
There was this one fella.
I noticed him right away because he was dressed similarly to me, although his outfit was much poorer and tasteless. The color was fine, but otherwise it was a cheap, shoddy job.
You wouldn't know where I might find him, would you?
Indeed I do. He just dragged some woman up the stairs over there.
I'll go now.
So long. Farewell, my friend.
Can't you just let it go? Never. What's he to the old man now? He said someone's really all over it.
What a view!
I bet that precious bull of his just shuts all over it. A beast like that could easily spray the...
I might have known. Where there's trouble, Lord Capon is never far off.
You two know each other?
Unfortunately. What do you want, Henry? Can't you see I'm busy here?
I'm glad you're still alive and kicking.
You were worried about me? Well, I mean, Henry.
No. I just wouldn't want to explain to Sir Hanush why I couldn't keep an eye on my living ball and chain.
Watch your tongue.
Like a pair of little boys.
What are you even doing here?
Radovan the blacksmith has lost the sword he made for the groom as a wedding present.
Well, that's a bit of a fuck-up, eh? But I'm not really surprised when he was shoving it under everyone's noses and telling them there's none better in the county.
So you think someone nicked it?
I don't think so. I'm sure of it. The bailiff's son, Svatobluk.
What? Svatya? Nonsense.
What's going on here? You again?
Who is this drunk?
This is Wojtek.
Keep my name out of your mouth. And you? What are you doing here with my... girl?
I am not your girl. That is certainly not only yours. And it's a few years since anyone called me a girl.
Did you hear that? Scram. Nobody's interested in you.
So you've ganged up on me, eh? First you make a fool of me, and then this prick.
We didn't agree on anything. And forget about Mishka. She had no time for either of us.
I'm having a really bad day today. Women don't want me. My friends, I'm a joke. All that's left is the booze. Booze never lets you down.
Well, each to his own.
I was afraid you were going to start a fight.
You don't have to be afraid with me.
Hold on. No change in the subject. What did you mean about Svatya?
Like I said, he took the sword.
And how do you know it was him who took it?
Because I saw him.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Do I have to drag every word out of you? Where did you see him?
The blacksmith went to the latrine and left his sword outside. The blockhead. Svatya had his eye on him the whole time and just seized the opportunity.
What did he do with the sword then?
I have no idea. I had better things to do than follow him around. Last I saw, he disappeared into the battlements by the latrine, and then he showed up in the backyard under the dovecot. He didn't have the sword anymore.
All right. I'll take your word for it and try to find the sword.
Finally, you've come to your senses. And Henry...
Yes?
Just don't fuck it up. We need to talk to von Berghoff.
I haven't got enough on my plate as bailiff. You want to give me more to worry about?
On the
Where have
contrary.
you been all my life?
Nice one.
Handle this for you. You don't have to worry about a thing.
You better forget about that real quick. I just look like an idiot. Besides, can't you just let it go?
You've been all over the place.
Never. Oldbrum complained about you again.
What's eating the old man now?
Have you come to play dice? I don't play dice. So what do you want?
In plain sight like this.
I wanted to congratulate you. You're marrying off your daughter. What a day. Aye. Well, thanks. And you'll drink to it with me? Naturally. I won't turn down the father of the bride. I'm happy to hear that. Here's to my Agnes. To the bride.
In Prague.
Really?
And in Kuttenberg, Písek, Vienna, Hradec, Loni, Kolín, Podip.
Welcome, Henry. You came with Radovan, did you?
Aye. He took me with him because we forged that sword together.
He did the right thing. Olbrum's here too. That toothless old bastard. I hope he has enough sense not to disgrace Lord Samin.
You should have some sense too, and let it go. At least here at the wedding.
Maybe you're right. I'll not ruin the day because of him. Better to have a drink together. You and me, eh?
I'd love to have a drink with you.
To your health, Henry.
To yours.
That's what princes do.
Excuse me.
I'd better be careful.
Say more than a few words.
Something I'd like to ask you. How long did you have to kiss old Penny's ass before he gave you a job?
Give it a rest, you contrary. Over the fire.
Where is my bowl? So many deer.
Beautiful.
My bowl. Hey, I know you.
Oh, Christ. Look at the state of you, gamekeeper.
Henry!
Stop shouting, for God's sake.
Henry, you promised me you'd watch me. And look. Look at the state I'm in now.
Oh, well. What do we do with you now?
You have to help me get back on my feet.
Meat? What meat?
On my feet, I said. Feet. Henry, have you been thinking?
What, me?
You? What about you? Are you drunk? Or what?
Good God, how am I supposed to help you get back on your feet?
Since you ask. Well, I could use some broth. Strong beef broth. That'll get my blood flowing.
Here you go.
Tivor, Henry. How come you're carrying soup around with you?
Oh, shut up and eat.
I really had a spot. Thanks, Henry. And now, if you'll excuse me, I'll go and find my wife. Gussie. I hope she didn't see me.
Last time, you scattered my hair around, and before my lamp was waking up, it was all wet.
I had nothing to do.
There is no use if you're running to the privy all the time.
I was fine this morning, I swear. Until now.
You mean you got it from something in here?
I think...
Henry? I just saw Yurko, and I think he's pretty soused. I thought you were supposed to watch him.
It's better this way, believe me. A wise man once told me a sober Moravian is far more trouble than a drunk one.
That sounds like Yurko talking.
Indeed. And he ought to know about Moravians.
Oh, to hell with it. I have to admit Yurko seemed a little less surly right away. If only he didn't have to sing. Well, I suppose you can't have everything.
The beggars are gone. They won't embarrass you anymore.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. I just hope Cook doesn't give me a hard time about it.
I managed in the end and got the food elsewhere.
Ah, that's good. You know, she's a good cook, but she can also be a real thorn in my side. Well, since you've served me well, I'll introduce you to Lord von Berghoff when he arrives. If you're still interested, that is.
I certainly am. I'd be honored.
I'll just introduce you to him, nothing more. Lord von Berghoff is a distinguished nobleman, and as such, and don't be offended now, he's not that interested in commoners.
I don't mind. What matters is that I finally get to meet him. Where's Lord von Berghoff? Why hasn't he arrived yet?
I don't know. I asked the Chamberlain, but he couldn't tell me much either, though he said he expected him to arrive soon.
I hope he's right.
I hope so too. He promised me he'd come to my son's wedding. I don't think he'd dishonor me like this.
At yours. I like to toss your whole damn Tito. Do my eyes deceive me? What are you doing here, Henry? I can't tell you how happy I'm to see you here.
Greetings, Oldbrum. I see the richest farmer in the county can't miss such an occasion.
Exactly. I was just wondering what that thief project is doing here.
Let it go. Don't let him ruin the wedding for you.
You're right. Let's think to that, yes?
Sure. To your health, Oldbrum.
To yours, Henry. To yours.
Beautiful.
like to learn something new.
Well, you know how things work around here. All right. But don't forget, this will take some time. For a few groschen, I'll teach you whatever you want.
It happens! Just watch where you're going next time.
Careful.
Especially about us.
Because you won't leave me in peace for a moment. You're all a pain in the ass. Last time, after my hair on, before my lads was waking up, it was all wet.
I had nothing to do with that.
Oh, it must have been lovely neighbors of yours. I like to toss your whole damn hit all to the ground.
That a threat? Got his ass kicked. I saw it with my own eyes.
Get in there yourself.
That's right. First-class sword, worthy of our young lord. Get a bucket to sit on while you keep watch.
Stop making
excuses and tell me, where have you been?
I'm not making excuses. Say the word.
I had nothing to do with that.
No, it must have been them lovely neighbors of yours. I like to toss your whole damn Tito to the ground.
Is that a threat, old man?
More like wishful thinking. Is it true you bought the gift for your altar?
That's right.
Excuse me.
I must have eaten something bad. If you're sick, you should have told me and found a replacement. You're of no use.
Michelin could serve at my place too. Yours?
That mate? I'm sure there's a herb for that.
It might be a better idea to give my wife a drop of something to quiet her down now.
I'm so fucking sick of this.
Thing is, what? You know,
Why don't you fix yourself and pick me up that night?
Beautiful.
do you really enjoy Tito? Happy to help you.
Wait. Tell me, haven't we met before? You look familiar. I feel like I've seen you before. Didn't you serve at Trotsky?
No, I didn't. Me and my master were to deliver a message there.
Is that so? I've no recollection of you or your master, but little wonder. Lord von Berghoff receives countless messengers.
But you wouldn't even let us...
I said I don't remember.
Master Chamberlain, where's Lord von Berghoff? Why isn't he here yet?
What's it to you? Lord von Berghoff will arrive when the time's right.
And it still wasn't enough for them. That lisping old fool Oldham keeps telling everyone we stole
That roast looks delicious.
Where is that woman?
Slice of piglet cut right on the side. How could I refuse?
It seems like yes to me.
Ah, the old lord could handle them both with one hand.
That's true. I heard he used to be a great swordsman.
What are friends for if not to help each other?
Right. Go ahead and tell Brad to bash it.
Radovan's present for young Lord Semyon is missing. You wouldn't happen to know anything about it?
I didn't see any sword.
Sword? How do you know it's a sword?
Fuck. All right, I saw it. Like everyone here, I reckon. Radovan was bragging about it all over.
I know you took the sword. I have witnesses.
Do you see a sword on me? You can't prove anything.
You won't wriggle your way out of this one after what you've been saying about the Semins. And if you don't have the sword anymore, so much the worse for you. It'll look like you not only nicked it, but sold it too.
But you can't... All right, then. I confess.
Where's the sword now?
I had to get rid of it fast, so I threw it in the pond.
You can't be serious. How am I supposed to get it back now? God Almighty save you if it fell in deep.
Take care, and have a pleasant evening.
But after this ceremony...
Young Lord Olga with everyone's arms.
First-class sword, worthy of our young lord. Would you like to see it?
Here it is. Just like Svatya said.
Better. I can't complain, though.
Since when? You do nothing but complain, day in, day out. Especially about us.
Now you won't leave me in peace for a moment. You'll,
I found your sword.
Thank God, Henry. I was afraid I'd have to look for a job in another county. Who stole it?
That's not important. The main thing is it's turned up undamaged.
As you say, you have my thanks. You got it to me just in time. The ceremony is about to start.
So Lord von Burgov has arrived?
Not yet, but the father is in a hurry to have his son married. I think the lad's a little scared. I'm not surprised. I had to get drunk as a lord before my wedding.
I didn't think they'd start the ceremony without Lord von Burgov.
He'll show up, don't worry. Something just held him up, you know. Lordly business.
Where on earth is he? We've been waiting for hours. I sent someone to look for him.
Master Chamberlain, how's it looking? When's Sir Otto coming?
I wish I knew, sir. His party should have been here long ago.
What?
I sent someone to look for them, but there's no sign of them. It's regrettable, but we'd better start without him.
Let's get started, Father.
Damn it.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to witness the sacred union of Agnes and Alda. I ask you before God and his holy church to make your holy vow of matrimony, love, honor, and fidelity. Do you so swear until death do you part?
I do.
I do.
I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Right back where we started. Von Burgov's not coming, so why stay here? I'll congratulate the newlyweds and go.
You're standing here as if you had a spear up your ass. What's wrong?
The old man noticed I left for a while, and he said if I move even an inch, I could forget about...
Where did you go?
This young wench.
It's only a small job.
Eternal rest.
Everybody stays where they are. Drunk fellas from Hamburg and Jelly off here.
Fine wedding.
And you know who is missing something.
Go ahead and have fun then. I want to find out who's playing click for me.
Then go and find out somewhere else and stop bothering us.
Got it from a fellow who came down for the wedding.
I thought the Grim Reaper was coming for me. But it's only... What do you want from us, you old fart?
Did you believe yourself?
I said no, Wojtek. It's my little sister's wedding. And I want her married.
They broke your friend's heart.
What heart, you goat?
Have you seen your sister and young Lord Semine? I want to give them my best wishes for their marriage.
I think I saw them going into the cellar. Their marriage has lasted barely half a day, and they already can't handle it sober.
Can't be that bad, surely.
If I had old Semine for a father-in-law, I wouldn't stay sober either. Yeah, friend.
Have you been up to? Were you having a good time?
I've been looking today.
Why would you be looking for me?
I was getting worried about
Why didn't Lord von Burgov come?
How should I know? He must have been delayed somewhere. Be with you. And now I'm a laughing stock to these yokels.
What about you? Do you know anything?
What are you doing here? Who are you?
I'm Henry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. I was hoping to find you both here. Sir Alder as well. Come now, dry your tears. What's the matter, eh?
It's Alder.
Did he...
No. He just disappeared. Left practically right from the altar.
But why? You two look so happy.
I was hoping he'd stay at home more after we were married. Instead of always riding off somewhere. What a silly goose I am.
Don't worry. He'll be back soon. Nobody would leave a pretty girl like you alone for long.
He couldn't care less about me. His father arranged the marriage mainly for the money they're getting from my pa.
I think he really loves you. During the ceremony, he was gazing at you like an apparition of the Virgin Mary.
Then why would he disappear right after? I'm probably the only bride ever to be abandoned at her own wedding. I'll be a laughing stock. Oh well, I've already cried buckets. I could use a drink. How about you?
I wanted to congratulate you anyway, so good luck, good health. May you soon have a healthy son, and later at least 2 daughters. And may...
Make it short. I'm thirsty.
Here's to you.
The booze! Oh, fucking hell! It's you again!
Hey! Fuck off me!
You wanna fuck the bride, huh?
It's not what you think!
What are you doing, you drunken fool?
Someone's been coveting your neighbour's wife, eh?
Bollocks!
Not that I blame you. You might have waited until this all went home.
I'll get you!
I'll be done with you in a flash.
Fuck it! To me! I'm getting from behind! Fucking hell!
I'll rip your ass open!
We'll kick your asses!
Hey!
This one you haven't a chance!
I told you he had 2 left hands.
It's a wonder you're
Take
still
that!
standing. Slice him up.
Oh, 9! What now?
I always get a stinking yokel to buff.
I'll be done with you in a flash. Don't spare him.
Good, but he's still standing. I still can't quite do that.
Quickly, for the love of God, sort out this rubble before they turn everything into firewood.
Cursed luck. Well. Distinguished guests.
For the love of God. Does it have to be him?
Trust me, friend.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
We need to have a word with you.
Would your graces care to sit?
I think not.
What brings you to my humble rectory, gentlemen?
Are you all packed, Godwin? I heard you got kicked out of your humble rectory.
Your concern is really touching, Hanush. Did you come to see me off, or to help me do my laundry?
Watch your mouth, priest. You might end up losing more than your parish.
Easy, my friend. Don't let him get you all worked up.
I'd like to teach him a good lesson.
But that's not why we're here.
Well, why are you here, then?
We have a secret mission for you.
Secret mission? Sir Radzig, I hope you're not trying to drag me into some state espionage game of yours. Somehow, over the years, I fell out of the habit of being inconspicuous.
You buffoon! Let his lordship finish!
Do you know about Lord Capon's mission?
Aye. I heard a word or two about that. Where was it you sent him? Trotsky?
Yes, to Sir Otto von Bergoff's castle.
Royal Chamberlain von Berger. The League of Lords fella.
You know more than I'd expect from you.
It doesn't surprise me. I also know that Trotsky is about 3 days' ride away.
2 days, weather permitting.
The young lord should have been back long since then, shouldn't he?
He should. But he's not.
And now you want me to find out why he's not here yet.
That's right. You'll go to Trotsky and see if anything's happened to him.
Why don't you send Henry after him? As far as I know, he's always done a good job for you.
That's exactly why he went with Capon.
So it's more serious than I thought. All right. I'll do it.
Well, that went better than I expected.
Oh, don't get ahead of yourself. I won't rest until my nephew is safely back in Perkstein.
When should I go?
Right away.
Fuck! Did they have to lock us up in here of all places? I have a feeling these walls are moving. The cell is getting smaller and smaller. Can you hear me? Let me out! Hey! Hear me!
Give it a rest. No one's come in.
I feel like we're going to be crushed here.
Don't worry, we won't. Any crushing will be done later by the executioner.
Oh, what a relief to hear that. Listen here, Henry. I wanted to say, well, that I'm glad to see you again.
Oh, yeah?
Give over.
Oh, it sounds like the great Sir Hans Capon is getting ready to apologise. But why?
Well, because I'm just sorry, I suppose. Nevertheless, Henry, I wanted to say that, well, you were right. I behaved badly. Awfully.
All right. I accept your apology. All water under the bridge, eh? Old pal.
Thanks. So, what were you getting up to the whole time, anyway?
I was working in the blacksmith's forge in Takov.
Oh, well, lucky for you, you have a trade you could work at.
Sort of. Most of the time I was actually chasing after lost carts or scrambling over the rocks looking for hermits.
Well, at least you weren't bored, eh?
What about you?
I also stuck to what I'm best at.
What, boozing and whoring?
Fucking hunting.
But where did you get the gear for that? We arrived in Troskowitz like a pair of beggars.
By using the old noggin, pal. I pulled a strong thread out of those rags I had on, made a snare for game, and before you could say jackrabbit, I was hawking half a dozen hares around the local cottages.
Weren't you worried about the local gamekeeper?
That nitwit! I found out he was fond of the booze, so I snooped around his lodge, and when sleeping it off, I went hunting. Once, I even went into his shed and, borrowed a bow and a quiver full of arrows.
Thieving, too, to top it all. Christ!
Oh, give over. Once things are sorted out, I'll give it all back. Shh, quiet! There's something going on outside the door.
Have you seen Captain Thomas? Yarrick says he's in a bad way.
He's right. Them fuckers cut him up good.
Last I heard from Father Nicodemus, though, was that his wounds are healing.
Aye. Only he's been struck down by a fever. And the Sawbones is away with Sir Otto.
Good God.
Captain Thomas! Yes! He met us before we reached the pond, didn't he? We showed him our letter.
But he's in a fever. You heard them.
Oh, we'll deal with that somehow. Hey!
Leave it be.
Hey! Open up, you rabble! We're messengers from Ratai. Your captain can confirm it. Do you hear?
Again?
Those damned fools won't give us any peace.
Come on, fellas! Be reasonable. We're envoys of the Lord of Lipa.
About time. Just you wait till Lord von Berghoff hears how you treat a noble.
You, come with me to the courtyard. Chamberlain says we ain't gonna waste bread on you for nothing. We've got a job for you.
What about me? I want to talk to the captain right now.
You want to talk to God, fella. You're getting the gallows for poaching.
What? But you can't hang a nobleman.
Jesus, wait! Hear that? That bell's tolling for you, mate. 12 more times, and the priest will come for you. Hans!
But you can't!
Hans, don't worry, I'll fix it! Move it!
I'm a nobleman! You hear me? I'm a noble! I'm Sir Hans Capon.
If you want to get out of here, you'll have to make amends and work off your debt. For a start, you can carry all the charcoal from this wagon up to the store.
Wait, though. What's going to happen with Capon?
With that madman? He was poaching, so he'll swing.
But he really is a noble.
Ain't you a bit old for fairy tales, son? Once the bell tolls for the 12th time, it won't matter a damn who he used to be anyway. If you want to do something for him, pray. And best pretend you don't know him.
Your Captain Thomas can testify that we're envoys from Ratai. It's the truth, I swear.
Don't you say a word about our captain. We don't know if the poor fellow will live to see morning. They moved him during the night to the chapel at the very top of the Maiden. It seems only God can help him now.
What about my things? You took everything away from me.
That's what happens to people in jail. When we set you free, you'll get your stuff back. In the worst case, we might keep something to cover the damages you caused at the wedding. Got it?
Got it. I'll get to work then.
Good lad. The store's up by the gate to the inner bailey. Orsina the blacksmith is idling around somewhere there. He'll think up some job for you. Or go down to the outer bailey where they're building the scaffold near the gate. They'll be working up there for sure. And no wandering around where you're not allowed. Don't stick your nose inside the castle. Got it?
Yeah. Got it. Seems to me it's always the same. Bad.
What then? Has the water sprite been up to his mischief again?
You could say that. They found a dead body stuck in the wheel on Sunday.
You're kidding. Who was it?
Some vagabond. God rest his soul. And get this, Miller Bolton says he was in the water at least a week. Judging from the state of his body.
Without anyone noticing.
Exactly. And that's not all.
So I went to see my brother. And? To talk about the inheritance.
But your father's still alive, isn't he?
Aye. But his jewels are waiting.
Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking, though. It's a lot better here in Trusky.
Let's hope the boy doesn't hear you.
Someone will overhear, and you'll get in trouble.
I'm only a sweaty blacksmith. Who'd care what I think?
Who knows? But someone might care why I was so.
You've no business here, vagabond.
You've no business here.
You're not allowed here.
Clear off.
Correct, Nightcrawler.
time. Careful. Mind your own business. I want to work this off and get out of here.
Have you ever set eyes on Wenceslas or City?
What was Lord Fenning's wedding like?
It was nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking, though. It's a lot better here in Trotsky.
Let's hope the bride doesn't hear
But for
you.
sure, Chamberlain Ulrich hasn't got it easy. He's got all sorts of worries. Sir Otto travels a lot, so he's got to do a lot of stuff on his behalf.
Whatever worries he has, if a fella treats folks like dirt, it ain't no wonder they get upset.
Once more, then.
That's that.
That you go and report on them to the Chamberlain.
I wouldn't put it that way. Nothing escapes my eye, and Ulrich knows that.
I finished hauling the sacks. What now?
How should I know? They told me to think up some job for you, so you wouldn't be idle. So if you want to pass the time, go ahead, but do it sensibly.
Well, if you really don't have anything for me, I'll just idle around then.
That'd suit you, eh? None of that. Only, what to do with you? I've only got work in the forge, and that's a craft. An art, you could say.
So, I don't know. I suppose I'll go and see what I can find to do.
You can go down to the lower gate. Calder's building a gallows there. You can see if the fool is doing it properly.
I've already been there.
So you'll find it easily then.
Greetings, friend.
Oh, good day.
It's a lot better here in Trotsky.
Let's hope the bride doesn't hear you.
You're not allowed here.
Seem off to me.
Wedding like.
It was nice.
True. This property belongs to someone else.
Just a bit more.
He looked like he had one foot in the grave not long ago.
Aye. Now it's
What are
like
you
he's been
doing
left
here?
off the leash.
Got his appetite back, has he?
And how? Meatloaf, trotters, sausage. Soon there won't be a pig left alive for miles.
God be with you. What would you like?
I was told to come and ask you for a job.
Nice timing. Do you know anything about carpentry?
No, blacksmithing is more my field.
Ah, well, that's handy. I got the job of fixing up this here scaffold, so it don't collapse when we hang that poacher. But the whole thing is fucked. I need a good carpenter's axe. There's one broadaxe in the shed, but it's as blunt as a file. Of course, Osina didn't find time all year to hone the thing.
But that poacher is innocent.
An innocent poacher? But that's nothing to do with me. My job is to make sure it don't collapse when he swings.
By the way, would you happen to know how I can get up top in the Maiden?
Why, up the stairs, of course.
Yeah, but I'm not actually allowed inside the tower.
Then don't go there. Hey, I'd love to chat with you, but I got a job to do.
Actually, I just remembered. I've got to help someone else up top.
Great.
Did you hear what happened at the big wheel?
At the mill?
Yeah, the place by the Zherovka stream.
What then? Has the water sprite been up to his mischief again?
You could say that. They found a dead body stuck in the wheel on Sunday.
You're kidding. Who was it?
Some vagabond.
God rest his soul.
And get this, Milabushka says He was in the water at least a week, judging by the state of his body.
So what? Somebody did him in and chucked him into the water.
But the river there has a powerful current. The dead man had been floating down the river for at least a week.
Without anyone noticing?
Exactly. And that's not all. The dead man had a gold chain around his neck. Can you believe it? Someone bumped him off and didn't even rob him.
That is strange. I reckon something devilish was involved. You don't see something like that
The first bell. Another 11 to go.
You won't find any mushrooms growing here.
Good God.
I could help you with that.
You could? Well, that'd be great. Go and get it from the shed, sharpen it, and bring it back to me.
Sure thing. Here it is. Hope it's good.
You haven't made much effort with it. Do you know what a sharp axe looks like?
I'll hone it a bit more then.
Get on with it, though. It's holding up my work.
Farewell, my friend.
Don't worry, man. But don't forget dying is a trap, and that's
It was nice. Have you seen Erazim the Scribe?
Saw him, but I didn't speak to him.
Did he seem off to you?
All them bookworms seem off.
While we're on the subject of the castle, have you seen Erazim the Scribe? Did he seem off to you?
All them bookworms seem off to me. Although, still, he was looking a bit...
I met him a few times when I watched the tower.
The second toll for Hans. That's one sharp blade. Here it is. Hope it's good.
Sharp as a skinning knife. Nice. Without your help, the scaffold could well collapse under that poacher. And nobody wants that.
And then the execution would be postponed?
I doubt it. We're not going to make a show out of it like they do in Prague. But someone would have to get their hands dirty, and no one fancies that.
Understandably.
Anyway, thanks. I can't afford to fuck things up today. The Chamberlain is as tetchy as the devil.
Isn't he always?
Yeah, but even more today. Anna the laundress said he's got bellyache. Everyone is avoiding him like the plague.
Aha. You don't mind building a scaffold for an innocent man?
No, such matters ain't my concern. The lords decide. I just build the scaffold. A fella has to know his place in this world, like my old pa used to say.
I'll be going.
I've got to get back to work too.
Farewell.
This property belongs to someone else. Wandering aimlessly, huh?
was nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking, though. It's a lot better here in Trotsky.
Let's hope the bride doesn't hear you. She might take offense.
I wasn't talking about her, of course. The bride's always the prettiest.
I've been at weddings where that wasn't the case, unfortunately. But I heard it ended in a brawl.
The third
Aye.
toll.
Some idiots
better
had a
get moving.
punch-up. It's practically a tradition, you know?
A pretty stupid tradition. The poor newlyweds. It's supposed to be a celebration and some numbskulls start fighting.
You're right.
And Lord von Berghoff didn't show up.
No, he didn't. I expect only old Samin was a bit peeved, since he couldn't show off to him. At least everyone else could relax and be merry.
From what I hear, some of them got a little too merry, eh?
I reckon even Lord von Berghoff couldn't have stopped the numbskulls, as you called them.
Did they fight over something serious?
What can you expect when one fella insults another fella's honor? It's always the same. You can't just let something like that pass.
I still think it's just plain stupid, brawling, and at a wedding what's more.
You're absolutely right, of course. Actually, it was really disgusting what happened there.
And where did you come from? I ain't never seen you here before.
I'm here to help my, uncle.
With the charcoal? Osina, the blacksmith, is your uncle.
Aye, Osina.
So you're his new hand?
No, not his hand. I don't look that bad, do I?
Well, you are a bit grubby, but handsome too.
Aye, thanks. I'm just helping my uncle however I can. I carry sacks, but I also handle his business and generally help run the workshop. He needed help, so I offered my services. My uncle's a good man, so why wouldn't I help him?
A good man. Your uncle's the nastiest piece of work I've ever met, if you ask me. No offense.
You only see one side of him. He's not like that with family.
If you say so. In any case, I've got to be off. Duty calls.
That's a pity. I could happily keep chatting.
Me too. But you have to help your uncle too, don't you?
Well, he's given me some time off. I can't work till I drop, you know.
I won't have any free time till after supper.
I'll be free then as well. We could go somewhere and continue our chat. I'm new here, so I don't know the castle too well. And I'm sure you know some nice, quiet places.
Well, maybe. We'll see after supper. Take care.
You too.
The fourth bell.
Did he seem off to you?
All them. You again? What do you want?
Well, I could maybe help you in the forge. I'm a blacksmith too.
You could have said that at the start. Are you really in the trade?
My pa was a blacksmith. A respected one.
Then you might actually be some use to me. At least I wouldn't have to work my fingers to the bone all the time. I'll tell you what. Go to the forge. The fire's gone cold. I haven't had much time for, well, the trade. So fire it up and make some horseshoes for Kabat. He's our groom. Always bothering me that you don't have shoes for the horses. And there's only one nag stabled here now that his lordship's away with his men.
All right. How many should I make?
How many legs does a horse have?
Well, it depends. Usually 4, but once there was a 3-legged foal born in our village.
All right, all right. You're a fool, but maybe you're a handy one. So go and make one horseshoe for the groom, all right?
But a horse has 4.
Aye, but Kabat's missing just one, and I ain't going to waste more on him.
1. All right.
You'll find everything you need in the trunk in the forge. It's there, past the gate.
All right, but I was told not to go there.
And now I'm telling you to go. And when it's done, bring it to me to check so you don't make me look bad. Off you go. Lads, this here itinerant is my new helper.
What's the matter, good wife? Why are you standing here grumbling?
Because of that damn blacksmith. I'm waiting here for him like for Judgment Day. The lock on my spice chest is stuck, and Sir Otto will be back any time. How am I to bake gingerbread without ginger, eh?
Can I help you somehow?
No, unless you can pick a lock. And decent folk don't know how to do that.
Oh, you said the blacksmith knew how to do it, though. So the blacksmith isn't a decent man?
Aye, and he ain't decent. He's a nasty piece of work.
I know how to do it, but first I have to get tools for it.
All right, I'll wait here. Another while won't kill me.
hitting the same place. The bell's ringing for Hans the 5th time. That looks like it's almost done. It's already cooled down. About that horseshoe.
Well, did you get it done?
Yeah. Here.
Well, what are you standing around here for? I told you to take it to Kabat.
No. You told me to bring it and show it to you.
You're a smart one, eh? Well, now I'm telling you to go to Kabat with it. He's our groom. Most likely he'll be idling by the upper stables, the grouch. Just between the two of us, he's a very unpleasant fella. Unlike me.
I can't wait.
Careful.
I brought you those horseshoes. I mean, horseshoe.
That took long enough. I've only got one horse here and I've got nothing to shoe him with. And you know who gets in the shit over it?
You?
Exactly. Mistakes are punished here. So either I'd end up reduced to beggary, or I'd have to go back to what I was doing before. And I wouldn't like that.
What did you do before?
You're a bit inquisitive, ain't you?
Well, I get the feeling you're actually proud of it.
Let's just say I haven't always made an honest living. Is that enough for you?
Sure. I wouldn't want to be rude.
Very wise.
Do I get something for those horseshoes?
Hey, I've no time for jokes. I've only got one horse here, but even so,
I'll be going then.
So run along, and next time, put some effort into it.
What are you here for, friend?
I'll have a look at the wares.
Take care then, and thanks for nothing.
The sixth bell. Half the time is up.
How are things at home? Calmed down a bit? Aye.
I bought a lovely yew bow the other day for a great price.
What good's a bow to you, for God's sake? What a waste of money.
Didn't you hear that? The king himself announced that everyone should have a good bow on hand.
Which king would that be?
Do you know how I can get up to the chapel?
You can't. Only his lordship and his family go there. And of course, Father Nicodemus. Usually, that is. Only now, Captain Thomas is lying there. He's at death's door. God save him.
I understand. Still no sign of the blacksmith?
None at all. And if I can't get nothing baked for his lordship on account of him, it'll be a sorry day for the both of us.
How can the blacksmith help you?
How do you think? He always takes this bit of wire and opens the chest for me, and then he promises to change the lock for 3 years now.
Oh well, I hope he turns up soon.
He ought to, the damn scoundrel.
Guard?
Must you interrupt me at my prayers? If it's arms you want, go to the kitchen.
Sorry to bother you. but I heard you praying. I need to get to your captain.
You know Thomas? Where from?
I ran into him when I was begging along the road, and he gave me a bit of food. I wanted to thank him.
Thomas helped folk a lot, it's true. But you won't be able to do that now. Thomas is lying in a fever upstairs in the Maiden. It don't look good for him. Them bastards cut him up good, poor fella. And if that wasn't enough, they stole his rosary too. Barbarians.
What exactly is wrong with Thomas?
He was badly wounded in a fight. It looked for a while like he wouldn't live to see the dawn, but he got a bit better. Only a few days ago he caught a fever and the sawbones is away with Lord von Burgo. And that fever ain't letting up.
And the Maiden Tower, which one is that?
You're in Trotsky for the first time, eh? It's that narrow, higher one on the eastern side. We call the second one the Crone. There's some legend about it, but to tell the truth, it never much interested me.
I'll be going. I'll pray for Thomas.
Thanks.
If you're after some leftovers...
That's a good one.
Up top. I don't think there's much there. And not a step...
Nice one.
In the kitchen.
Great. Nice.
Greetings to you.
I need a bath.
What'll it be this time, Henry?
I'd like to get to know one of your pretty bathmates.
Excellent. Pay up, and we can get started.
Sorry. It seems I don't have enough coin right now.
No coin, no bath.
That's a good one.
You've no business here.
The seventh bell.
Do you know where Captain Thomas is? I heard he was in a bad way.
It's true, son. It doesn't look good for him. Why do you ask?
I'd like to pray with him.
A kind thought, but you can't get to Thomas. I had him moved during the night up to the chapel in the Maiden.
Why can't I get there?
You know, the castle chapel is an important place. Only Lord von Berghoff, his kin, and a few others are allowed there.
Like you, for instance?
Naturally. It's certainly good of you to want to pray for Thomas, but you can do that anywhere without having to disturb him.
Why did you take him to the chapel?
The surgeon is away with Lord von Berghoff, and Thomas has got considerably worse. I don't like to say it, but there's nothing left but to pray for a miracle.
Uh-huh. I'll be going then.
Go, and don't forget about that prayer. Till we meet again.
You shouldn't be bothering us here. Huh? You shouldn't be bothering us here. You shouldn't be bothering us here. Hey! What do you think? I'll give it to you, you pickpocket!
Hey, you're not allowed here. Correct, you nightcrawler.
God bless.
I'm sorry.
Hey?
It's the 8th bell. I need to hurry.
You're not allowed here. What?
don't think I won't cut you to pieces.
Calm down! I surrender!
You're a pickpocket, and a lousy one at that. Pay up and show me what you've got.
I'm very sorry. This is just a big misunderstanding.
What do you mean, misunderstanding?
I was robbed here not too long ago. They took my entire purse. I thought it was mine.
Well, why didn't you just ask?
You think someone would just voluntarily show me their purse? I just wanted to take a peek.
With your hands?
I'd easily recognize it by touch. It's made from a fine calf skin.
So was it your purse or not?
It wasn't. I'll have to keep looking.
All right, you can go. But next time, ask instead of sticking your fingers where they don't belong.
I bought a lovely U-bow the other day for a great price.
What good's a bow to you, for God's sake? What a waste of money.
Christ, what?
Your leave.
Off you go, quick!
I need to plow too, you know.
What if you lent me the bullock on the Lord's Day? You're not going to plough on Sunday, are you?
No, and nor should you.
Except I don't have a bullock, and you won't lend me yours on any other day.
Go and see the priest first. If he says it's all right, I'll be happy to help you, friend. This property belongs to someone else.
This property belongs to someone else.
I'll be going then.
So run along, and next time, put some effort into it.
I could see where it leads to. Or I could drown. Ah, shit! Oh, this was a bad idea. But it seems I won't drown, at least. bell. Only 3 to go.
You're not allowed here. You want to fight, do you? You don't fight with guards, you fool. You surrender to them. Come on, then. You still resist. You want to try me? The executioner is sharpening his axe. I'll rip your ass open! You don't fight with guards, you fool. You surrender to them. Take that fucker out!
I'll kill you!
Show what you're made of. You didn't last long. This is your last chance. Otherwise, I'll punch you so hard you'll wake up in the pillory. Have a death wish, do you? Fighting with a guard. Are you mad? Once we get that dealt with, I'll search you to see if you've stolen anything.
I surrender. Take me away.
Now show me what you've got. Let's see if you have anything stolen on you.
All right. Have a look then.
Well, well. What do we have here? This is obviously stolen. I'm confiscating it. All right, let's go.
Ah, shit. Oh, this was a bad idea. But it seems I won't drown, at least. Ninth bell. Only 3 to go.